Hawaii eruption latest, is Kilauea's eruption forming a new volcano in Hawaii? Kilauea volcano has been wreaking havoc on Hawaii's Big Island since May 3, and fast-moving lava flows from volcanic fissures on the volcano's flanks have created new mounds of land across the countryside. Numerous fractures appeared in the lower East Rift Zone following a series of earthquakes at the start of the volcanic activity in May, and some became volcanic fissures. Magma from beneath the volcano consequently erupted both from the summit itself, and from the fissures on the volcano's flanks. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, a total of 23 individual fractures became volcanic fissures, but Fissure 8 has remained prominent while the others have ceased to flow or have subsided. By mid-June, a solidified mound of volcanic rock had formed around Fissure 8 and was approaching a height of 200 feet, with scientists questioning whether the mound could be classified as a new volcano in its own right. Commenting on the issue, David Rothery, professor of planetary geosciences at the Open University, highlighted the complexity of defining volcanoes. He said, by mid-June, the coagulated spatter around the persistently active part of Fissure 8 had built a cone approaching 200 feet high. This is a prominent and substantial feature on the landscape, and one that is likely to endure for thousands of years unless it is obliterated by later more violent or voluminous volcanic activity. The question naturally arises as to whether this new hill and source of all that lava is a volcano in its own right. The scientist noted some could indeed regard the new mound to be a volcano due to the simplistic definition of volcanoes, which are defined simply as a landscape feature produced at a site where magma is erupted. However, Mr. Rothery expressed his doubt over the definition, arguing the mound is simply a subsidiary vent belonging to Kilauea. He said, the new cone at Fissure 8 is not significantly more substantial than numerous older subsidiary cones elsewhere on Kilauea. It is fed by magma from the source that supplies Kilauea as a whole, and could equally well have erupted elsewhere on Kilauea. The scientist noted some people could argue Fissure 8 is a separate volcano, as both Kilauea and its neighbor Mauna Loa also draw their magma from the same source, the Hawaiian hotspot plume. However, he countered this suggestion, stating, professional volcanologists generally agree that these are best regarded as separate systems, and the U.S. Geological Survey rightly regards the situation that way. That's because activity at Kilauea has no discernible effect on Mauna Loa's magmatic system. Despite not regarding Fissure 8 as a distinct volcano, the scientist argued the vent should receive its own distinct designation. He concluded, although I would agree that the Fissure 8 vent is not a volcano in its own right, it does surely deserve to be referred to by a suitably memorable designation.